Okay, hello. We're back. Let me test the audio like always before we get going. Okay, I think the balance between the music and my voice is good. I just hope, if it's not, somebody watching will let me know. But hello again, welcome back to Mario Mayhem. This stream was supposed to be yesterday, but I was busy. It was a Memorial Day thing. So we're continuing today. Oh god, my Wii sensor bar, I was worried it's... Okay, I keep forgetting to do this. I mentioned, I think, last time, I don't remember if it was last time or just, it was one of the other streams, I mentioned the fact that I have two identical chairs, and one is just squeakier than the other, and that's the one that I've been streaming in. And I've been meaning to swap them out so that the squeaking noise isn't, like, super annoying on stream, but... Or it just doesn't sound like I'm constantly farting, but... I just keep forgetting to do that. It's not a huge deal, but it bothers me, so I can only imagine, what other people might glean from that noise just being in the background, especially because I don't want to have to explain myself every time it happens, because that's also kind of annoying in its own way, but also, I don't know, it's just, I just don't want to have to deal with it anymore, so hopefully by next stream I'll have remembered to swap them out. But yeah, we're back with Galaxy 2, and this is actually interesting, because I didn't know this going into this playthrough. But, oh, they just keep the normal music for this level? Alright then. So, I didn't know this going into this playthrough, and not even really going into Mario Month. I didn't really know this. But this past Saturday, so like a few days ago, at the time that I'm streaming this originally, last Saturday, was the 10th anniversary of Super Mario Galaxy 2, which is really crazy. It's like, it seems like a long time already, but it's like, you know, there's so many different ways that you can, like, consider it. Like, one of the things that I said that, like, kind of boggled my mind was that, I, like, you know, I was 10 years old when this game came out. Oh, hey, Me Melon, what's going on, man? Thank you for joining me. Oh god, I'm running out of time. But yeah, the crazy thing that I thought about was that, that this game... I'm trying to figure out the best way to word this, but like a person born the year that this game came out would be 10 years old right now. And you know, I guess that's, you know, you could say like, well, of course they would, because the game's 10 years old and it came out the same year, but like, you know, it's just the thing where, like, you know, I'm twice the age of someone that came out the year that this game came out. Like, I was already halfway through my current lifetime right now, because I'm gonna be 20 this year. Just so, you know, I'm double the age of someone that came out, of someone that was born. I'm talking about people, like, they're like game releases, but like, oh shit! Oh my god, okay. Go. Okay, please tell me it stops the timer. Please tell me it stops the timer when I get to the top. Please tell me it stops the timer when I get to the top. Okay. Good. Jeez, with 3 seconds to spare. But yeah, I feel like I've just kind of... I feel like I've sounded really stupid in trying to word that example. But yeah, somebody born the same year that this game came out would be 10 years old now. And that's insane to me. Because it's like, even though I know I was like a kid, I was in elementary school when this game came out. And it's just... Even though it obviously came out a long time ago, just like when you think about how long exactly it came out, how long exactly it's been since this game was released, it's insane. And, you know, I'm not old by any stretch of the imagination, but it does make me feel like time is just whizzing by, you know? Yeah, it's insane, dude. I just... I feel like part of the reason... I'm going to use this as an excuse. I feel like part of the reason I'm having such a hard time explaining it is just because it's such a crazy concept to me. That this game is at that point. And it's... Another crazy thing, too, is that this game, you know, it came out 10 years ago. And there's only really been 3 mainline Mario games since. And I think that's a good thing because, you know, there was a point in time where too many Mario games were coming out. I don't really count the new Super Mario Brothers games as, like, mainline Mario games. I count them as sort of their own spin-offs. But, like, you know, since this game came out, there was 3D Land, 3D World, and Odyssey. And there was a pretty big gap in between 3D World and Odyssey. Because 3D World, which was crazy for me to realize, 3D World came out only like three years after this game came out. So like 3 years from now, 3D World is going to be 10 years old. Like 3D World is already 7 years old. And that's even crazier to me because that game feels like it came out like not long ago at all. And again, that's just like another thing, like time is just like whizzing by. And it's making me feel like I'm getting pretty old pretty fast, and all my freaking childhood memories are just getting left in the dust. Not to say I'm forgetting my childhood memories, but just it's you know, they're getting further and further away from the time I first played these games, which is really crazy. Something else that's pretty crazy is that somehow, because it's crazy enough that the 10th anniversary was even, like, a thing that happened. Oh my god, there's a lot of prankster comments. I guess we're just gonna go around and do some of those, I guess. Yeah. I feel like time... I guess it's because we're less occupied with responsibilities when we're kids. Like, young kids, but, like, you know, when, like, it's just crazy, like, getting older and you've got so much more occupying, like you've got so many more things you need to worry about, and time just moves way faster because you're always focusing on the next thing you need to be doing. And like, you know, when this game came out, all I was really worried about was going to elementary school, which was probably more difficult at the time, but, like, you know, extremely easy, relatively speaking. And it was just that and just playing games. That was like the 2 halves of my life. Oh god, okay. Let's do this. Oh god, there's cosmic clones too. But yeah, the other crazy thing I wanted to mention was that somehow, completely unintentionally, I lined up Mario Mayhem, like the scheduling for Mario Mayhem, almost perfectly with the 10th anniversary of the game, and I didn't even realize that... Oh, shit. I didn't even realize that it was happening. Oh, hey, MIDI Plays, how's it going, dude? Thank you for tuning in. But, yeah, I mean, I just did this because, you know, this year... I did Mario Mayhem because this year's Mario's 35th anniversary, and, you know... There's rumors about stuff they're going to be doing for the anniversary, but nothing, like, too concrete other than just, like, some clothing deals and Lego Mario and Paper Mario game. But they don't really have, like, a main thing, you know, like the Mario remasters that they've been, that you know, the rumors have been saying are going to happen. But I just planned this in May, because I was like, oh, you know, I've been wanting to play these games. It'd be fun to do it on stream. And somehow, completely unintentionally, I perfectly aligned it with the 10th anniversary of this game. Well, almost perfectly. I streamed the first time this game the day before the anniversary. But still, that's pretty damn close. And I uploaded the VOD on YouTube on the 10th anniversary without even really realizing it. Oh, I'm doing pretty good, MIDI Plays. Thanks for asking. Any time I spend playing Mario games is a good time as far as I'm concerned, and this is definitely one of my favorite. This is one of my gaming happy places. Yeah, I want a remaster of all the games too. I've been like hoping, like, you know how Nintendo like Shadow dropped the they just dropped the new Paper Mario trailer out of nowhere. I'm hoping that one of these days I'm gonna wake up and there's just gonna be a trailer for like Mario All Stars 2 on Nintendo's YouTube channel, and it's gonna be like at least Sunshine, 64, and Galaxy 1. But, you know, having, like, Galaxy 2 and 3D Land, like a 3D Land remaster in there, too, would be really awesome. I don't think they would do 3D World, because 3D World is recent, or more recent, I guess, and they would probably do that as its own thing, kind of like Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. But that would be, regardless, having those games remastered on the Switch would be awesome. Oh, yeah, Clubhouse Games is coming out, too. I honestly, like... I guess that's, like... I'm not really sure what the story is behind Clubhouse Games, but I guess if Nintendo's pushing it as much as they are... Oh, shit. I was close that time. Yeah, this is gonna be one of those ones. I already got some extra lives, before jumping in. Like, I ran around Starship Mario off-camera and got some extra lives. But yeah, I have a feeling I'm going to use a lot of them on this one. But yeah, so, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Clubhouse Games, I guess it's like, as far as I'm aware, I didn't think it was at first. I thought it was just like a third-party game, like sort of like Tabletop Sim for the Switch. But I guess it's like a first-party Nintendo-developed game, because they seem to be really pushing it. And there's like a, and I think the thing that really made me realize that it was like a Nintendo game is that there's an Easter egg in there related to the Wii U tech demo with the whatever that game was that they play where they flip the tiles over. Oh, come on, there's one left. There's one left, please. Oh, get him, get him, get him. What the fuck? I had him. He was dead. He was in the death animation. All right, hold on. I gotta. Oh, come on! It's not letting me pause the fucking game. I'm trying to. Ah, shit. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it again. And I'm just gonna try to. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know there was a DS version. I guess it's like sort of like a Brain Age type deal, where it's like just one of their more oddball, I guess, smaller scale first-party titles. Okay, what is going on with the camera? It seemed the camera was like being really weird. Yeah, oh, you know what? Like, now that I'm thinking about it, like, I can see it being a DS title. Like one of the things they would use for, like, the touchscreen and, that sort of thing. Like, just to sort of capitalize on the casual market. But it's just, you know, it's good to have for any player. Oh my god, okay. Please let this be the one. Please let this be the one. Oh god, no. I'm gonna fuck it up again. I'm gonna fuck it all up again. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Okay, I think, can I pause the game? I don't think I'm gonna do this one. I know I've already wasted enough time on it, but, I think I'm just gonna go do some other stars that are a little bit more enjoyable. Yeah, you know, I go back and, I know what you're saying about, something about the DS speakers, the speaker quality being nostalgic in its own way. I feel like a lot of portable systems have that going, where, like, recently, I was like, you know, you can look up, like, soundtrack rips on YouTube, and it's like, that's, you know, it's still the same music, so it's still nostalgic, but it's like, you know, I just got, like, the first Super Mario Advance game on the Game Boy Advance, and I played every other Mario Advance game other than the first one as a kid, but they all sort of reuse the same they all use the same sound effects and, like, similar music for, like, the menus and stuff. So starting that game up when I got it, and hearing that familiar, like, Mario Advance music and the Mario Advance voice clips, coming specifically out of the Game Boy speakers, that was a nostalgic thing for me, because it's just, you know, that sort of sound quality, that was what I experienced it as a kid, so just having that exact same, experience was sort of its own thing, removed from, oh god, okay. I need to, oh, okay, there's star chips. But yeah, listening to it specifically through that system again, was especially nostalgic, because it's just, something about it is just exactly the way you remember it, and not sort of altered, or, even though, like, YouTube rips may be higher quality, there's just something about the quality of the original system's, speakers that makes listening to it through that system specifically, extremely nostalgic. Alright, I guess the other ones might be in the trees. This is another level I remember seeing in the trailer that was just like the original announced trailer for Mario Galaxy 2. That was just like such a bizarre thing that I was like, oh my god, this game is gonna be like, you know, it's just very much that sort of Galaxy alien sort of feeling. Like, you just, when it, and just even removed from Galaxy, just when you see a trailer for a game, like a new game, and there's just so many new things, that you're just like, oh my god, like, you know, I can't wait to play this, and, like, experience everything. And this was one of those levels they showed off in the trailer where I was like, whoa, that's gonna be a cool level. And I do still think that it's a pretty cool level. There's a concept, okay, yeah, here we go. This planet is really cool to me, like going through the fog and stuff. Like, I think that's really cool, because it's like, it's almost like, you know, obviously it's not open in the sense that Breath of the Wild is open, but, like, just, it has that sense of, like, you know, you're in the middle of a snowstorm and you have to navigate your way through it. Obviously on a much simpler scale. Oh yeah, I, personally, I think I've mentioned this on stream, but I would personally, if they were to make a Galaxy 3, I would love it to be a mixture of Galaxy and Odyssey's mechanics. So it has, like, the gravity mechanics, and it has, like, planetoid level design and that sort of thing, and, like, a bunch of super creative worlds. But you also still have Cappy, and you can, like, you can capture whatever creatures they come up with for each planet. And, like, they could just, I feel like if they were to do a traditional Galaxy 3, it probably, like, not to say they couldn't ever do it, just, like, a traditional Galaxy 3, like, in line with 1 and 2. I just feel like, you know, not to say the time has sort of passed for it, but I feel like if they were to do it now, they would want to do more with it rather than just make more levels in the Galaxy engine, which is essentially what Galaxy 2 is. So, oh god. But yeah, just like, you know, the Galaxy very much still has more potential in terms of levels and worlds and that sort of thing. Plus, I just really love the style of Galaxy games, and like the orchestrated music and all that. But I also really want an Odyssey 2, because the capture mechanic still has so much potential, and I think it would be a shame for them to throw it out after one game. So if they were to make a Galaxy 3, I think it would be really cool to combine both of them. I've made, like, fan box art for that before. It doesn't really look that great, because it's very much the thing where it's just, like, made of all sorts of standard Mario assets and just, like, a logo that isn't that great. But the concept of combining the two and creating a joint sequel really excites me. So if they did make a Galaxy 3, that would be the way I would want to see it. That being said, if they did just make a traditional Galaxy 3, I would love that too. Just because more Galaxy to play can only be a good thing. So, sneaking down the creepy corridor. Oh! You! This guy! Yes, I would very much like to play as Luigi. I've always loved playing as Luigi in, like, ghost levels. Just because, obviously Luigi's Mansion, it just seems fitting for Luigi to be the one to play through, like, the spooky levels. And I'm really glad that in this game they let you play as Luigi throughout the game instead of just after you've already 100%ed it. The boos won't hurt you as long as you don't look them in the eye. Okay! Well... Oh, wait. So, obviously a boo wrote that sign, but I was, like, thinking, like, they were telling me to look the boos in the eye, but they're telling me to do the opposite. Oh! I don't know what those things are called. That's one of the only Mario villains I don't know what they're called. Oh, hey. This sort of, I guess this level... I was saying in Galaxy 1, they introduced, like, the dark matter things, and then they never really reuse it, but I thought it was a really cool idea. And I was saying they didn't really reuse it in Galaxy 2 either, but I guess they did for this level, because this is technically the same thing. Just they have creatures getting rid of the level now. That's kind of cool. They just have an endless... They have an endless stream of food because the world just keeps regenerating behind them. Okay. Oh yeah, I was a big fan of Crash Bandicoot as a kid, so this specific sequence always reminded me of the Crash Bandicoot boulder chases as a kid, even though it's like 2 seconds long and not nearly as challenging. Alright. I remembered, by the way, just figured I should point this out. I remembered this time both to keep my laptop plugged in and to get a glass of water before I started playing, so... I really hope nothing goes wrong so I don't eat my words, but I think this is the first stream where I'm fully prepared. Like, as much as I should have been from the get-go. Jump and spin. I know, he already said that. The bunny already taught me that maneuver. Okay. This guy needs 1,000 starbits. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna call him to the ship so that I can feed him what I have. Just so that I don't accidentally end up using my starbits for something else. Because I've gone to the inside little casino area where you can, like, you spend starbits to spin the box. And I've almost done it, and then I've been like, no, I'm trying to save up my starbits for, this guy. This little fat guy. No one is ever fully prepared. It's deep when you put it that way. Like, no one's ever, it's like Luke Skywalker, no one's ever really gone. No one's ever fully prepared. There's always something that could go wrong. No matter how much you think you've exhausted every possibility, there's always something that could go wrong. Oh, I like this one. This is, I think, one of the first times they remixed, this may be actually the first time since Mario 64 that they remixed the slide theme. And I really like it, and I prefer 3D World's version, but I still really like that they remixed it for this game, if they were gonna have a slide level. Just because I almost feel like slide levels should be a staple of 3D Mario games, just because they're really fun. Especially, like, for, like, you know, a kid in elementary school, like everyone loves, like everyone that age, they love slides and they love obstacle courses. And Mario games always delivered that in video games. So it was like the perfect game for a kid my age. Yeah, I remember like our schools, like back when I was in school when this game came out, our schools used to do like, or our elementary school did like field day, and I think most schools are like required to do that just to make sure the kids are staying like athletic or something. But we had field day, and they like earlier on they would bring like bounce houses and slides and have like trash cans full of water with like holes in them that we'd have to plug up, and it was really fun. And then I guess eventually, like, you know, like kids would get like burns from the bounce houses, or like kids would get sick from the water in the trash can. So they just had to get rid of all the cool stuff and just replace it with just basically PE for an entire day, which was really lame. And I get why they did that for like from like a legal standpoint, but it was so much less fun later on. Yeah, field days were fantastic. At least back when they actually did like bounce houses and stuff. But yeah, I feel like that stuff is always, I almost feel like it's inherently like it's like inherently like a thing for little kids to be like excited about doing an obstacle course or like going down a slide or something. Just anything that like allows them to like move around and like get their energy out. And Mario games, I feel like, were always a really good representation of that in the digital realm. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think nowadays, if I were a kid, or not like, it just depends, because like as they went on, they got rid of all the cool stuff. Oh, Whittles are on my ship now! He's the best. I love that guy. But, yeah, I mean, like, nowadays field days aren't nearly as cool. Well, I mean, maybe in certain places they still do, like, bounce houses and stuff, but, like, I remember the last field day I had in elementary school, it was basically just PE for an entire day, and it was, like, really hot, and we used to have, like, the water trash cans to, like, cool ourselves off, like, you know, we'd have, like, sprinklers and stuff. We had a bunch of water games and stuff that we would play. But, you know, they got rid of them all because people were getting sick, I guess, from, like, drinking the water or something. Even though we weren't supposed to drink it. You know, that's like drinking water from your sprinkler. Yeah, I mean, kids would accidentally drink the water, and then it was just a whole thing where, like, you know, they wanted to avoid getting the parents mad, so they've just... And then, but, you know, without the water stuff, it was just really hot. So it was really, like, it was just not as fun at all. Because it was really hot and miserable. And all the stuff that we looked forward to on field day was gone. Yeah, I mean, that's really all I have to say about that. I hope kids nowadays, maybe they've, like, revised stuff or have better safety guidelines or something, but I just hope that field days now for kids are better than the ones that I had towards the tail end of elementary school. I do remember, this is a very weird memory, because I don't think, if you Google this, I don't think you can find any sort of, like, evidence that it existed online. Maybe you can. I don't know if I've ever really tried. I think I had tried when I was, like, a kid, but I wasn't able to find anything. But there's always been, like, near my town where I live, there's always, like, a year-round, like, sort of, well, not year-round, it's like a carnival, sort of thing that happens, where, like, you know, it's the sort of thing where, like, the carnival rides and, like, the games where you can win, like, stuffed animals and stuff, it comes to a shopping center nearby my town, like, a couple times a year, but something like that also used to happen, like, in my immediate neighborhood, like, in the exact area where I live. There used to be, like, I think it was, like, before they actually built anything there, so there was a big, like, grassy area, and, like, you know, now it has, like, buildings and stuff there, so they can't do it there anymore, and they hadn't for a really long time. But they used to do a similar sort of carnival thing there. And I remember, it's very vague. This is like the only thing I remember about that carnival. But there was like a Mario-themed obstacle course, and it was based on Mario World, I think. And there was like, this is like back when I was first getting into Mario. Like, I was that young. Like, I was probably like 4 or 5 years old. So that's why I don't really, oh shit. That's why I don't really have a good idea of like exactly what that whole time and area was like, because I was really young. But I do remember there was a Mario themed obstacle course, and I remember running through it, and it was basically, you know, obviously it wasn't really like high end or anything. It was essentially just like a metal, like sort of like little obstacle course that you would run through, and then at the end there was like a slide, but it was like painted green, so it looked like a warp pipe and stuff. And that was back when I had first played like Mario World and Mario 64 DS, so that was just like a really cool thing to me, that I was like, oh, it's almost like a little like piece of the game that I get to like play in real life. And, you know, obviously it's not the same type of thing. It was like it was very small, wasn't very advanced in the way of like, you know, I mean, there's only so many ways that I can say that it was kind of dinky. And I don't think it was like an official Nintendo licensed thing, which is probably why you can't really find anything about it online. Because, you know, I don't think Nintendo would like license something like that, just like a little dinky carnival obstacle course. But that was sort of what piqued my interest in like being able to like take part in something that felt like a video game in real life. And ever since then, I had been like, you know, as a kid, I was like, you know, it would be so cool if they did like a Nintendo theme park with like Mario rides and that sort of thing, where you get to like drive around in like a Mario Kart and that sort of thing. And it's seeming like that's exactly what Super Nintendo World is going to be. And I'm really excited for Super Nintendo World, but the thing that bums me out about it is that, like, you know, it's not going to open, like, I live in Florida, and it's not going to open at Universal Florida probably until I'm, like, almost 30 years old. Because they announced it a long time ago, and they started building it in Japan like a few years ago, and you know, it was supposed to open this year, and it probably will open like next year when corona concerns have sort of died down a little bit, or there's like a vaccine or something. Just like when the opportune time is for them to do it, I'm sure it'll open in Japan, but they haven't even started building it in Florida yet. And they announced it so long ago, and they started building it in Japan so long ago, and I'm turning 20 this year. So, like, say they don't start building it in Orlando until, like, maybe, like, 2 years from now. Because, you know, I think the idea is that now they want to incorporate Super Nintendo World into their new theme park, the Epic Universe theme park. But, you know, that's gonna take a really long time to build, and it's like, it'd be one thing now if they were just gonna build the land in the existing park, because that probably wouldn't take as long. It'd probably take like a couple years, but the fact that they're incorporating it into a brand new theme park, and it probably won't open until the entire rest of the theme park is complete, gives me the impression that it's going to be at least another 5 years or so after it opens in Japan before it opens here. So I'll be closing in on 30 years old by the time it opens. And as cool as it's going to be to finally be able to go and do it, oh god, I'm really fucking this up, aren't I? As cool as it's going to be to go there regardless of how old I am, you know, I only wish I could have gone as like a kid, like the same age as I was when I first did that dinky Mario Carnival obstacle course, you know? Because that was even exciting to me as a kid, so I can only imagine what something like Super Nintendo World would have been like to like me when I was like a little kid, or me when I was 10 years old playing this game for the first time, or just younger than I'm going to be when it opens up finally. So yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer and a little bit of an existential crisis sort of thing. Oh god. Do I have to start the whole boss over? That's what I get for trying to focus on telling a story. I'm not gonna buy the mushroom. But yeah, that's sort of just a kind of a little story I wanted to tell because it was on my mind. This is one of my favorite bosses in the game, by the way. I just like the music of it, like it just screams Bowser Jr. to me, like just like a little kid piloting a giant robot. And I just think it's very fun and well designed. Also, I've gone on record saying that I think bosses with like giant weak points that you get to blow up are always really satisfying, as generic as and cliched as they may be. And this is a pretty good example of one of those. He's got the blue nipples that you gotta blow up. Okay, let's get over there before it blows up in my mouth, please. I really like this boss too because it's one of the ones where you're on the move the entire time. Like the Bowser fights in this game are cool, but you know, they take place on a much smaller planet. And like you just kind of hit Bowser over and over again with meteors until he dies. And this one, I guess you can make a similar argument where it's like, you know, oh, you just blow up the bulges until he dies. But I feel like there's a clear sense of progression in terms of, like, the damage that you're doing to the robot. Because you blow up the blue spots, and then they don't come back. They're just broken. And then he opens up his head, and then you can focus on actually getting Bowser Jr. I don't have any bullets. Alright, do your thing. Do your thing again. I brought my dinosaur, who destroys giant green robots. See ya. I think it's funny how they pretty much never show Bowser Jr. die. They show the Koopalings have death scenes, which is funny because I think I've always seen the Koopalings as being just a slightly older than Bowser Jr. I just think it's funny that they never really show Bowser Jr. dying because it's just like he's a little kid. Like he may be evil, he may be the son of the most evil person in the universe, but he's still just a kid. Like he's gonna escape. He's gonna live to fight another day. Cool. Oh, you know what? Third Grand Star. Is it going to be a cutscene? Yeah. Okay, they always automatically take you to the next world. But I kind of wanted to see what, because I think I have enough star bits for it now, I wanted to see... I'm pretty sure that Luma, the Hungry Luma that we were feeding, unlocks the Beat Block Galaxy. And this is the first game, I think, that incorporated beat blocks, and I really like that mechanic. Oh, but there's also the giant level where we can get infinite lives. Thanks to your efforts. Let's keep this going. Alright. Yeah, so there's like 6 worlds in this game. Okay, before we do that, I know they just did the whole epic cutscene of us reaching our destination. Oh, wait. I still don't have enough. Shit. Okay. I guess we'll do the giant level then. Oh, I think this is the world that has the Delfino planet in it, which is really cool, and it's one of the most open levels in this game, and I really like it. But I really like this level too. But this level very much feels more like a 3D world-ish level. Oh my god, I love the big Luma. I just want to give him a big hug. We grown big here, watch out. I wonder what Rosalina thinks of the giant Lumas. She's like, this is not at all what I expected when you first arrived on my ship. Oh, let me get that. Alright. I am gonna do the infinite lives trick, so just be prepared. Be prepared for that. I think you can get across that gap without long jumping. I feel like long jumping is a little bit weird. Like mechanics like that, or like the homing spin or something like that. They've always like, I love using them, but I feel like they've always been a little bit hard for casual players to grasp. Just because like I know people that I play Mario with sometimes, just because, you know, like pretty much everyone likes Mario. Like even if you don't like. I mean, oh shit, did I screw it up? I think I screwed it up. Okay, no, I can still make it work. I'm gonna do the infinite lives thing. But, you know, a lot of people that don't usually play video games play Mario games, just for fun. And so, I play Mario with people sometimes that don't even know that there's, like, a run button, that, like, you can hold down a certain button to run. Like in the new Super Mario Brothers games or the 3D World. And it's like, you know, teaching them even to remember that is a little bit difficult. So it's like, you know, casual players I don't really see, like, using moves like the long jump or the side somersault or something. It's just essentially running and jumping. And Nintendo is usually pretty good about designing every level so that you can beat it by just, like, you know, moving around and jumping. But at the same time, they have sections like that where it's like you almost need to long jump to get across. And it's one of the only times in the game you actually need to use a long jump. And it's like, you know, they do a good job teaching you, but it's at the same time, it's like I can't see very many casual players using it past that point. Okay. That's enough of that. Got him. That seems like it would hurt. This is literally their entire existence, is just walking around in circles on this planet. Oh yeah, totally. Especially, I feel like, with Odyssey. Because, with Odyssey, you know, it's almost like Mario 64, where, like, even though, like, in games like Galaxy, they have, like, you know, they have a lot of the moves that we're used to, but, you know, the movement is a little bit floatier and a little bit slower, and it's, like, it doesn't feel worse to control, it just feels different. But games like Odyssey and Sunshine and 64 definitely lend themselves to speedruns more, because the controls are a little bit snappier. And it's, like, especially, like, you know, with Odyssey, there isn't really a whole lot of places where you're required to use advanced techniques, but there's so many, like, potential uses for those advanced techniques that it's like you will barely ever see a more advanced player not using them. Like, it's the difference between watching someone run through the level normally and then somebody use, like, you know, like, the double hat throw with the dive and everything, like, every 5 seconds. Just because it's faster and satisfying and gets you where you need to go. But yeah, I mean, that's another kind of a cool thing about Mario games, is that they sort of appeal to everyone, you know? Like, they have the duality of being played, like, literally anyone can enjoy a Mario game, but they also have enough depth. Like, most of the time, they also have enough depth to them so that people that want to get invested and, like, master the game can do that. And I think that's really cool. Oh, you know what? I got this star, but getting the second star is literally just gonna require me to run through that whole level again, just back to that point, and just play the proper ending. I got a hidden star. I know what's up. I watched the announcement trailer a million times. I knew that planet was gonna have some significance. Oh, you know what? Maybe this world isn't the world with the Delfino planet. Maybe it is. Maybe it's just further down the line. But that next galaxy, the round one, is the next Honey Hive sort of galaxy. I'm glad they used two different galaxies for the bees in this game instead of just mirroring it. Oh yeah, there's the Isle Delfino one right there. I'm very excited for that one because I like running around it. The sweetest silver stars. I always really liked, for whatever reason, I really like missions where, like... Oh, there's the Honey Queen. I always really like missions where you just... There's, like, a few key items that you need to get, and then once you get them all, you get the star. Like you know, like the red coin missions in 64 and Sunshine, and the silver star missions in this game, and 64 DS. I just think, like, you know, I think it just encourages just exploring the level. Because even though, like, you know, there's a lot of missions where, like, you go through the level and then you have a specific thing that you need to do. But I also think just exploring the level is fun in its own way. And I've always felt that way since I was a kid. So I feel like Silver Star missions and Red Coin missions have always sort of been just, like, a cool way to just incentivize exploring the world. Because it's like, you know... You just explore the level, and then you find another silver star, and then you explore more, and you find another one, and then eventually you'll get the star. It's just a cool way to reward exploration. Okay, let's hope we get. Let's see. Am I gonna get lucky? No. No. And no. Perfect. 3 star bits, my favorite. Jeez. And I lost my bee mushroom. Literally, I can get more star bits from just doing that. I like that instead of I mean, they did reuse the bee theme from Mario Galaxy 1, but I also like that they added to it instead of just using the same track again. I mean, I guess that's almost a little bit hypocritical of me to say, because it bothers me that they reused tracks that were slightly different in New Super Mario Bros. 2 doesn't have a single original song. It's just all old songs with a little bit added, to them. But I think the difference there is that the entire game is very derivative, and the soundtrack is also extremely derivative, because there isn't a single original song. Whereas this game, you know, it has this track that's derivative, but most of the soundtrack is original, so you can't really come down on that too hard. Oh, it's the Floaty Fluffs from Gusty Garden. Yeah, don't gamble. Let that be a lesson to you. You might go in thinking you're gonna get all the spoils, but you might come out pretty much empty-handed. Maybe more disappointed than you were when you came in the first place. Excuse me. Oh, is that... Wait, I want to talk to the... Shit. I want to talk to the sleepy bee. What's he say? Silver Star's not here. Well, I'm gonna go over here anyway, because... What the heck? There is one here! He was lying. Maybe he was, like, tasked with guarding them and then just, like, fell asleep on the job. Maybe I'm not supposed to be collecting these at all. Always a pleasure to meet a newbie. I'm not a bee, though. Oh. I would check, but I'm pretty sure there's a silver star down there that I missed. So I'm gonna go try to get that one first. And then I'll come back up and take care of you, because I don't want to have to go back and forth a million times. Come on, get up. Okay. Ooh, okay. Just barely. Just barely. I was gonna say they should bring the bee suit back in the 2D games, but they already have, like, so many flight-related mechanics in the 2D games. So I'm just gonna forget I said that. You're welcome. Turns out I wasn't a bee the whole time. Oh boy. Is the bee mushroom in here now? Because there's already a level with the bee mushroom, but I guess that's sort of the main one. Cool. This is another really good world. I think World 3 is still my favorite, but this is another. All the freaking worlds in this game are so good. A striped mushroom. Never seen one of those before. Yeah. It's also fuzzy, looks like. Have fun with your unusual toy there. I ain't judging. I feel like Lubba gets the idea that I get off on these sort of things, which is very unsettling. And it's not something that fits in a Mario game, but his tone would imply that he thinks I'm just sort of a freak. Alright, man. Thanks a lot for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And we had some good conversations. And that's always my favorite thing about doing these streams, so thank you for that. I hope you have a good one. Each level had similar skies for which galaxy they're in. Like, most every sky is blue. The level select background. Oh, that's a good... Yeah, that's a good point. I see that, sort of, because I think one of the main things they like to do with Galaxy is have variety in the levels. But I feel like it was easier to get away with that in Galaxy 1 because, you know, they had each dome, and each dome had a theme, but, you know, when you zoomed out, it was all deep space, and then you go, and, like, you know, they each have their own sort of sky, and most of them are, like, a space sky, but yeah, I see what you're saying, but I also, I mean, I guess it just comes down to the fact that they did a world map in the first place, because, like, you know, some of, like, you know, they don't want to necessarily unify them, I guess, in terms of their themes, but they want to make each clump on the world map stand out. So from that point of view, I get why they gave each one a different sky and also didn't reuse that sky for the actual levels, because, like, you know, this level doesn't really yes, I would like to play as Luigi. This level doesn't really work for the World 4 background, but then again, it's like, you know, it's the thing where, like, you could put it in World 1, and they could do that, but I think they wanted to keep some sort of variety, but I think that would be sort of a cool thing if they did, like, sort of unify them and make it seem more like you are, like, you know, jumping through, like, a big clump of galaxies, and each one is, like, you know, the ones that are close together sort of have a visual, unity to them, so yeah, I get both sides of that, and as cool as I think it would be, I'm a little glad they didn't do that, but at the same time, at that point, it's just sort of a bummer that they went with a world map in the first place instead of accessing the levels from the hub world. But it's not that big a deal. This guy... Yes, this is another Silver Star mission. Cool. I really like that they brought Piantas back in this game. Because for whatever reason, it seems like it's sort of a rarity for characters to reappear in mainline Mario games. Like, a lot of times, the 3D Mario games, or, like, the mainline Mario games will introduce new characters. And then they'll appear in the side games because, like, you know, the teams working on the side games have more creatures to work with for more visual variety. But then instead of bringing back the old races, the, you know, of course, obviously, other than the standard characters, the 3D games tend to introduce their own new characters every time. And that's cool, but it's also cool when every once in a while you get to see characters like the Piantas reappear, especially because of how big of a deal they were in Sunshine. So I really like that they did a Delfino-themed level. Yes, please don't throw any more of those at me. He's probably gonna come back, though. I remember in 64 DS, there's a level. It's a beach level that they added. It's like one of the new levels in that game, and there's no Piantas on it, but they use the Isle Delfino theme, but it's like a DS downgraded sort of version of the Isle Delfino theme, and I always really liked that version of the theme. Just because I think it's cool when they reuse themes on weaker hardware just to see like what they can do with it. It's just really cool to hear it like in a different way, and it almost makes you wonder what like a DS port of Sunshine would have been like. That's something I would have really liked to see, because I don't think it would be necessarily impossible. This is another level where, you know, the Silver Star missions very much encourage exploration, and this is very much an exploration-heavy level on its own too. Yeah, let's slow down. Yeah, I just think it's really cool that they, you know, as linear as this game is most of the time, I think it's cool that they add in something that's a little bit more open every once in a while. Okay, I think that I need to get off of Yoshi, because I think the last one is underwater. As far as I remember, the last one was underwater. Wait, is that it? Oh, it's up there. Okay. No, there's another mission in here where you have to go underwater. This isn't the same one. Oh, I fucked it up. Oh, wait. The crabs act like... I don't remember the crabs acting like boomerangs. But I guess the way they're shaped, it makes sense. Alright, I need more spinies. Please. Ooh. I wish you didn't move slowly when you have the spiny in your mouth. Oh, I guess it's also because I'm in the water, but still. Ooh, just enough to get to the top. Please let the star be up here, too. No, it's all the way over there. Cool. Alright, let's go. Come on. It's cool. I think this is the only level Or not the only level, maybe, but I'm pretty sure this is one of the only levels in the entire game that only has, like, one planet. And the only other planet is, like, the bonus planet that's in pretty much every galaxy. It's an interesting concept for a game like this, which typically has a bunch of isolated planetoids. Hey, bro, I already told you all this. Bye! Alright. We need 40, and we've got 32. So, I think for now... Yeah, I've definitely got enough for Beat Block. So I think what I'm going to do, I'll do Chomp Works. Because it's one of the only ones we haven't been to yet. Then I'll go back and do Beat Block, and then I'll probably do the second mission in Starshine. Because I want to have some variety. Where chomps are made of gold. God damn. Just playing this game again. It's just amazing how, like, every single friggin' level, I go in and I see what level it is, and I'm like, oh man, this level's awesome. Like, literally every single level. There isn't, like, a single level that I have dreaded returning to in this playthrough. It's just all... This game is just so good. like Mario Galaxy 1 is amazing, and I prefer certain things about it, and I'm sure everyone that's kept up with me is extremely sick of hearing me say that. But this game is just so incredible in its own way. Like, just with the variety of levels and how expertly those levels are designed. Like, this game is a 10 out of 10, no doubt about it. And I just, you know, I find myself lost for words. Just like Galaxy 1, I find myself lost for words when describing how amazing it is. Just because games of this level of quality, like, come around like once in a blue moon, you know? And it's just so incredible to be like, you know, there's this many levels in the game, and every single one of them is a winner. I love this guy too. He's just like, bring it on, I can take it. Oh, he actually says, bring it on. Give me your worst. That's really funny. You can just farm star bits here forever. I might actually do that a little bit. Just kidding, that would be boring. I really like the music here too. As much as I love the largely orchestrated soundtrack of Galaxy 1, I feel like this game has a little bit more variety. And I very much appreciate that. There's a lot of... I have a giant video game music playlist on my YouTube that I listen to when I, like, do work. And most of it is comprised of music from Mario games. Specifically, the Paper Mario games and the Mario Galaxy games. Because this game and the other games that I mentioned just all have fantastic soundtracks. And just, like... I just revisit them all the time. I think that's also one of the reasons I love to return to these games so much, is that the music is just so amazing, and it makes returning to each level just such a treat every time. Oh! I was gonna try to long jump and land on his head. I was gonna try to do something cool. Remind me not to try to do cool things. Come on. Get in the hole. Damn. It's cool that there's like a factory theme, but also it makes me wonder what the point of the chomps is in the first place. Because it seems like they literally exist on an assembly line to just be born and then destroyed. Which is really weird. Maybe they're like powering something, I don't know. I gotta use my imagination to fill in the blanks. It's the golden chomp. My favorite chomp. Alright, come on. Okay. Let's not get too close now. Is he coming? Was there something else? Okay. I thought there was something else I was supposed to do for a second. Come to Papa. I know you have the prize. What if you could just farm stars here too? Like there was just like there was an endless supply of golden chomps and every single one had a star. So you could just keep getting stars here over and over and over again. But that's not how it works, is it? Alright, let's go to beat block. Wow, we can advance to the same place we could go before. That's neat. A letter? Help wanted. I've got some cosmic odd jobs I need done. Come to Boulder Bowl. Oh yeah, I forgot about these. There's like, that guy has like some other stars that he can offer you. It's cool. I think it's cool that more people send you letters in this game other than Peach and Luigi. Because you meet up with Luigi in the actual levels this time, and he's like more useful. And Peach still sends you letters, but like, it's cool that other characters send you letters too, and like, encourage you to go back to worlds that you've already been to get extra stars and do extra missions. I think that's a really cool idea. And no, I am not done praising this game, and I won't be for some time. Alright. I got star bits for you. So, I guess these hungry Lumas are just, like, drifting around in deep space, waiting for somebody to come and feed them. And it's like, you know, it doesn't seem that dark. It doesn't seem like that dark of a thing just because of how happy they look, but, like, it's a pretty dark thing when you think about it. Okay, let's go there. Let's go bop along to the music. I always forget whether it's beat block or beep block. I think they're called beep blocks in 3D World, which is probably why I get them confused. And the mission is called Step to the Beep. Leave a message after the beep. Oh yeah, something that's weird about these levels is that apparently, you know what I'm gonna do actually, because I don't want this to get annoying, is I'm gonna turn the volume off on my Wii remote. Apparently the beeps are like a separate sound effect that are just perfectly synced to the music, because if you look up any of the beat block soundtracks on YouTube, it'll have the song, but there'll be no beeps, and all the comments are like, you know, it doesn't sound right without the beeps. But I always just assumed that the beeps were part of the song. But I guess they aren't. Which is an interesting thing, because I don't know why they wouldn't be part of the song. Whoa, okay. Got a little bit careless. I think I need to go and get myself another cup of water. As prepared as I was this time. Again, you know, there's the thing, you know, if it can't, there's always something that can go wrong. And it's not necessarily something going, like, terribly wrong. Just the fact that I'm thirsty, but, you know, I did get a cup of water in preparation for the stream, and I've already drank all the water. And now I'm thirsty again. So, I think pretty soon I'm probably gonna go get another cup of water and just pause the stream for like 2 seconds while I go do that. I think I'm actually gonna go do that now. So Stay tuned. I'll be right back in like 2 seconds, so that I can stay hydrated. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, hello. I apologize if I sound out of breath, but I stream upstairs, and I went downstairs to get water, and then I realized I didn't bring my cup, so I had to come back upstairs to get the cup, and then go back downstairs to fill it up, and then come back upstairs again. So, if I sound a little bit winded, that's why. It's my exercise for the day, as far as I'm concerned. Oh man, yeah, I'm getting physically fit playing these video games. Oh, there's another one. These are called Jibberjays. They should come back. They should be a Mario Party character, even though they've only ever been in one game. I'm sure they're like background characters in another game. I feel like every Mario enemy has been a background character in a different game at least once. And something that I realized, because I was answering Mario trivia, for my friend Brian one time. He just had like a Mario quiz pulled up, and I was getting pretty much everything right, and one of the things is that like I think it was like an enemy from Mario 2 that hasn't resurfaced since Mario 2. And there's not a lot of enemies in that game that haven't resurfaced, because, like, you know, there's, like, Bob-ombs and Shy Guys and, a bunch of staples that were introduced in that game. But, like, apparently, like, the flying masks have a name, that I didn't know, and, like, the guys on Magic, the little bird guys that fly on the Magic Carpet, I didn't think that they had come back. But I just started playing Mario and Luigi Partners in Time again, and they're in that game. They're one of the enemies on Yoshi's Island, which is really interesting. And I guess that's another thing about the Mario RPGs is that they sort of pull from whatever Mario games have been released recently. Oh god. Chucksters! Our strongest Beyonce tournament. Chucksters are back. But I will say, even though I didn't have that much trouble with the Chuckster mission when I did it on stream this last time, I still hate the mechanic in Mario Sunshine. I think it's fine in this game. Like, you know, they stay in one place, and the place they throw you to is always predetermined, which I think is a far better way to do it than just determining where they throw you based on the angle you talk to them at. Oh, the leaf rafts. I forgot about these. This would totally be like, you know, if this were Sunshine, you would be using Flood to move these things around. But yeah, on the note of I've been playing through what's the mission here? Climbing the Clouded Tower. Okay. On the note of I've been playing through Partners in Time. I've been, you know, Paper Mario Origami King is coming out in July. And I was in the mood for a Mario RPG, but I've already beaten all the Paper Mario games except for oh god, why can I not see where I'm going? I can't tell, like... Jeez. Isn't the camera supposed to follow you in there? But, I've already beaten all the Paper Mario games, apart from, Sticker Star. But I did play through most of Sticker Star, but I just got to the final boss, and the final boss is really bad. So I just decided I didn't... I replayed it several times, and I kept dying, and I was just like, I don't really care. I don't care enough about this boss to finish it, which is an unfortunate place to leave off on a game. But it's just, that's just, oh, okay. Yeah, you do need to stay out of the water. But yeah, the only Mario and Luigi games, on the other hand, I haven't beaten Mario RPG, like the original one. And I haven't beaten most of the Mario and Luigi games. I've beaten Superstar Saga, and I've beaten Paper Jam. Sort of the bookends, I guess, of the series, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm planning to go back, finally finish Partners in Time, which is another one of those games I've been starting over since I was a kid. And, you know, eventually, you know, the Bowser's Inside Story is very much the same. And Dream Team. I think the problem I used to have with turn-based combat as a kid, was that I just didn't have the patience for it. Like, you know, I was very much an action-oriented game player at the time when I was younger. I didn't have patience to strategize and do that sort of stuff in battles. Plus just the fact that every battle was a turn-based battle in a game was annoying to me, because I would rather just jump on them and kill them immediately. So, I had a hard time, like, as I played so many Mario RPGs as a kid, but I never beat any of them, and I always tried to avoid the turn-based combat, but then that always ended up, it was the same every time, where I would get to a certain point in the game where there was, like, a boss, and I wouldn't be a high enough level to beat it, and I didn't want to level grind, so I just stopped playing the game, and it was totally my fault that I wasn't a high enough level. But nowadays, I am a huge fan of the turn-based combat in the Mario RPGs. Turn-based combat in general, typically isn't my thing. Like classic sort of like, you know, just like you pick your options from a menu and then watch what happens. But Mario RPGs have always had far more action-oriented turn-based combat. That I really enjoy. So now, you know, now that I'm older, I find myself really enjoying and appreciating turn-based combat in those games. So, I went back, I beat all the turn-based Paper Marios, apart from Sticker Star, like I said. And I wanna beat all the Mario and Luigi's, because I feel like it's such a shame that I've played all of them, and they're all really good, but I just never finished any of them. And I don't really feel like, I don't feel right, because the Mario RPG series, just in general, in terms of all aspects, like the Paper Mario games, the Mario and Luigi games, and everything in between, it's one of my favorite Mario sub-series. Probably is my favorite Mario sub-series. I think it's safe to say that. So it just doesn't feel right that I haven't beaten most of the Mario and Luigi games. I really hope that series isn't over. You know, it was such a bizarre thing to hear that Alpha Dream was going out of business. Just because, you know, like, you know, you would think Nintendo would provide them with the resources they needed, right? Or like, I mean, obviously, you know, they're their own company, and like, they can have their own problems. You know, not everything is on Nintendo. But you know, they were just, I guess they were working on a big project, and they just were not good about managing their money and their resources. Because they just, you know, they kept making the Mario and Luigi remakes for 3DS, I guess, while they were working on a bigger project, supposedly. And, you know, those probably didn't make that much money because they were on the 3DS, and the 3DS is sort of obsolete at this point. Plus, like, you could play, they remade Bowser's Inside Story, and you could already play the original Bowser's Inside Story on the 3DS, so there wasn't much of a point to remastering that game on that system at all. Superstar Saga I can see a little bit more of, just because it was the first game in the series, and it's been a while since it came out. But still, like, you know, it'd be a different thing, I feel like, if they devoted all their resources to making a new Mario and Luigi game on the Switch, which is something I was hoping for a long time, because I feel like it'd be a really good fit. Especially, I've always thought it would be cool if they did like a co-op Mario and Luigi game, where like each person controls a brother with one of the Joy-Cons. I feel like that's a mechanic very much in line with what Mario and Luigi has been over the years, because they always, like, you know, they take advantage of the hardware and want to do something with the buttons and the brothers and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, it's just, you know, them going bankrupt just sort of came out of nowhere, and Nintendo didn't really say anything about it, which is very weird, because I thought for sure that in a situation like that, you know, Alpha Dreams made so many great games for Nintendo using their flagship IP. Like, you know, they're obviously a developer that Nintendo trusted and supported. So to hear them going out of business, and for Nintendo to not say something like, oh, you know, we're going to take some employees under our wing, and they're going to be brought into our in-house development studios, or like, you know, we're gonna help support them and get the company back on track. For Nintendo to not say anything like that is really concerning to me. Because I really want there to be another Mario and Luigi game. And I even feel like it's almost, not even that it's not impossible, I almost feel like I'm expecting it at this point for them to do a Mario and Luigi on Switch, but maybe that's just because the fact that the company's gone under hasn't really sunk in yet. Maybe I'm just in denial, but it would be such a good fit for the system. And I feel like it's such a shame that the series never got a shot at a home console release. So, I don't know. Maybe Nintendo did something about it and they just weren't really, like, public about it because they didn't feel the need to. But, you know, that was such a great studio. And I feel like it'd be really weird for Nintendo to not do anything about them going out of business, you know? Like, that would be like if, like, Retro Studios announced they were going out of business, and Nintendo just didn't say anything about it, and they were just like, well, guess that company's dead now. One of our main second-party developers is just not a thing anymore, and we're just not going to do anything about it. Like, that's such a weird thing, you know? Anyway, I think I've gone on for long enough about that, but that's basically my thought process. I just really hope the Mario and Luigi series continues, because it was a really great series, and it still has a lot of potential, especially for the Switch. we never really got to see what that game would look like with HD visuals. And I don't think it would look like something like Galaxy or Odyssey. I think it would have, like, its own sort of cartoony visual style. And I'd really love to see that in, like, you know, maybe 3D, but maybe they just keep it 2D and, like, add some sort of HD visual style to it to make it, to set it apart. I have no idea. I just think it would be really interesting. And I hope eventually we get to see it. Whoa! I don't remember there being prankster comments on the boss fights. That's probably like one of the ones where you can only do it, like, you only get one hit point, and if you get hit once, you die. Oh, it's another Rosalina letter. What's the attached item? 50 starbits. I mean, it's not that much in the grand scheme of things, but, like, just when you look at it as like, a present from Rosalina to, like, her lost child, I think that's really cute. Okay, we need 4 more. Oh, yeah, we never did the main mission here, did we? We can even go back to World 1, too. Because I think we mostly only did the first missions in most of those levels. I'm eating the ice in the cup. If you heard me crunching, that's what I was crunching. I didn't bring, like, Cheetos or something up here with me. I just generally feel like that'd be a gross thing to, like, have to listen to someone eat on stream. Just like they're doing commentary through, like, their lips smacking or something like that. Have I lost a life since I got 99? I don't think... I don't remember. I think I still have 99 at this point, though. Oh, I didn't get the checkpoint. Eh, that's alright. I don't think I'm gonna die at this part. Oh yeah, this is the Toy Time theme, I just realized. Not that I've never realized it before, but I just took a moment to, like, listen to it and remembered that it was the Toy Time theme. And I'm pretty sure it's just the Toy Time theme with pretty much no differences. I think there's a little bit of a difference in the beginning of the song. But I think other than that, it's pretty much identical. But again, you know, most of the music in this game is either remixed heavily enough to be forgiven, or it's original stuff, so it's easy to overlook the stuff that's a little bit more derivative. Oh god. I got the hiccups. I hope that's not a... I hope that... I doubt it's gonna be the only one, but I hope I get lucky and that is the only one, because I don't want to be hiccuping for a long time on the stream. Okay, I think I might have actually gotten lucky. I think I might not be, I think I might not actually have the hiccups, which I am very thankful for. Oh, shit! Oh! Oh my god. Okay, move out of the way. Jumping straight across to that one was a bad idea. Yeah, okay, you really do need the long jump, I think. Or maybe not. Maybe there was an easier way to get over, but I didn't see it. Okay. Let's zoom out and see. Let's go back to... No, I don't want to go back to World 2. Oh, the chimp has a challenge. Let's do, the second stars in Yoshi's Star and, what the hell is it? Spindig. Oh, is that supposed to be a joke on, like, Shindig, like a party? Because if it is, I've never realized it until just now. And I don't think Shindig is a term that people use very often, but, I don't know. I guess that's sort of, how they got away with it, I guess. I don't even really know if I would say that. Luigi, yes please. I will never say no to you, ever. I like to keep a little bit of variety. I think it's cool that you get to play as Luigi several times. Like you know, before you like get the choice to play as him all the time, I think it's just cool that you get a variety of levels where you get to switch between them if you want to. That's an interesting way to go about it. I feel like I say that a lot. I feel like I say that things are interesting a lot. And I feel like you can sort of look at that as being like condescending or like judgmental in certain ways. Like you're just like, oh, that's interesting. But I don't know. It's just the way. It's just what always comes to my mind first, I guess. When a design decision is unique or different than a lot of things that I've seen, I just say it's interesting because it is. But I feel like I probably use it too much, to the point where, like, I should probably practice, using different terms so that I don't sound repetitive. Oh, I was gonna spin. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to, deal with you, Lakitu, Lakitu, however you pronounce it. Oh boy. I get to deal with the fat one now. Here he comes. Alright, let's get you out of here. Oh my god, the cloud is so adorable. I think it's funny that the first game to have the happy cloud was the Lost Levels. Especially because that's the most unpleasant game in the entire series. It's kind of funny because I feel like it's weird to think about it this way, but I feel like most 3D platformer mascots have had a sort of, like, gritty reboot at some point. Like maybe not, like, in, like, gritty, like, not, like, super dark, but, like, darker than their original, why can't I not? Oh, I guess you can't shoot starbits when you're on Yoshi's back. But I think Mario is one of the only franchises that's been going since, like, its inception without getting, like, a dark reboot. Because, like, you know, Sonic has had plenty of dark games in his history, like Shadow the Hedgehog and whatever else. I don't know if Sonic 06 technically counts. That one's just, I wouldn't necessarily call that one dark as much as I would, like, it was trying to be realistic, and it just didn't work for a Sonic game. But, like, you know, they have games like Shadow the Hedgehog, and, like, Crash has, like, Crash of the Titans, and, like, Spyro has, like, The Legend of Spyro, and Ratchet has Ratchet Deadlocked. Jak 2 and Jak 3 are both darker than their original predecessor. And I don't really understand. I guess making games like that is a product of companies thinking that instead of going after the same target demographic, that they need to keep their games, like, they need to make their games more mature as their audience. gets older. But I think the thing that Nintendo has proven is that if they just keep making games the same way they always have and just focus on making a good game first, that their existing fans will stick around. Because, like, you know, when, like, you know, obviously, I think super fans will probably stick around no matter what. I mean, Sonic is definitely a testament to having, like, you know, a fan base where no matter what they do with the property, fans are going to stick around because they're so attached to the franchise. But I think there's plenty of examples of, like, gritty reboots where it's like fans of the series aren't really fans of those games because those games don't represent what fans loved about the game in the first place. Like, you know, people love, like, as cool as it is when Mario gets more dramatic, it's like, you know, fans love the sense of fun that Mario has. They love, like, the cartoony nature of it, and, like, you know, Nintendo doesn't really necessarily... Of course, they need to keep things, like, creative and original in order to keep people interested, but, you know, they don't need to mess with what Mario is too much. Whereas I feel like other companies feel the need to, like, be like, okay, let's give Crash tribal tattoos and, like, make him take over these giant, like, really, like... I don't even know how you would describe the visual style of the Titans in that game. But, like, you know, they don't look like something that would be in Crash Bandicoot. They look like something that'd be a little bit... I don't know if you would say dark. But, you know, just different, and I guess sort of darker when compared to the creature designs in previous Crash Bandicoot games. And, you know, like, there's plenty of... You can point out plenty of examples of those types of games. But I guess my point is, it's kind of weird that Mario is the only one that never really had a game like that. And it's also the only one that's sort of been consistent in quality from, like... Oh, shit. It's one of the only ones that's been consistent in quality from its inception to the newer games, because of that. So, you know, that's just a testament to Nintendo's design philosophy. Alright. I don't really... Are you just supposed to, like... I guess you're supposed to do, like, a chain of jumps, but it's hard to reposition yourself. Not to say... I'm not calling the controls bad or anything. I'm just saying, like, it's hard to turn in the air after you're already heading in a direction. The controls weren't really built around that sort of thing, so it's hard to create a chain of, It's hard to create a chain of enemies, when you jump on them in that way. So I don't really know how you're supposed to go about killing them all in the time frame. Oh man, we're going deep now. We're going real deep. I haven't been timing it at all, but I just got really lucky. Oh, it's a dark blue star shroom. Was there one this color in Galaxy 1? I don't remember there being one that color. I was just thinking, especially in that 2D section where you're, like, bouncing off the walls and stuff, I was just considering, like, the spin drill would be a really good Mario Maker mechanic. Oh, yeah, I should have been drilling into the level. The spin drill would be a really cool Mario Maker mechanic. And that just got me thinking of, like, you know, the fact that 3D World has a Mario Maker theme makes me believe that they should have made more Mario Maker game styles with the other 3D Mario games. Like, you know, you have New Super Mario Brothers and you have all the classic Mario titles, but, like, the fact that, like, obviously 3D World is more similar to a 2D Mario game than something like Galaxy or, you know, like any other 3D Mario game, I guess. But it's just the fact that they did it anyway, you know? The fact that, like... And plus, like, when you make a 3D World level in Mario Maker, it's like its own sort of thing. Like, even though the mechanics are similar, they make you do it separate from the rest of the themes because of how different it is. So, I almost feel like if they really wanted to, they could just make 2D levels using any 3D Mario theme they wanted. And there wouldn't really be any issue with it, because you could just make each one its own theme, and make it so that when you switch between them, you know, they're all unique, so you have to keep them contained in their own theme, but it'd be far from impossible for them to do. So, I'm just surprised they didn't do it for any of the other games, because they had, you know, it's one of those things like the cursed Nintendo UI thing, where it's like, extra game styles, and the only one underneath it is, 3D World. As cool as Mario Maker 2 is, and as cool as all of the new mechanics it adds is, I feel like that's sort of a missed opportunity. Oh, man. What are the power-ups we have left? I guess I think it's like the Fire Flower and the Ice Flower are two of them, but there's like another one that I don't know what it is. I don't remember. Okay, how many do we have? We have 39. What's the cosmic... Oh, you can't see what kind of prankster comet it is before you actually go there. So, let's just do what's one we have another mission for? Let's do the second one in Flipsville. Wait, you know what? Actually, let's do let's do the second one in Chompworks. I like Chompworks. Not to say I don't like Flipsville. I just also like Chompworks, and I've decided to do that one. Oh no! Oh no! It's this one. You have to use some. God damn it! I forgot the spring mushroom was in this game at all. Wow. Alright. Let's do this. Oh, I almost killed myself there. Yay! I think this is like the only level in the entire game that the spring mushroom is in. And I think this is an example of them being like, oh, we have this mechanic from Mario Galaxy 1. Let's just use it again. It's fine. I don't mind it that much. I don't think it's terrible. Oh my god, he is literally gonna die. Bring it on. I don't remember whether he actually breaks eventually or not. I thought I remember there being like a thing. That's sort of like a playground rumor type thing, where like... Oh shit. I think I can actually make it up there without using the spring. But I think there's a thing. Oh my god, this guy's doing it too now. That's really funny. Yeah, now I get it. That's awesome. That's really funny. I think there is a thing. I don't know for sure if this is like a real thing. I feel like it's like a playground rumor type thing, but I feel like if you watch them get hit long enough, they would break. I feel like that's a little dark for a Nintendo game, especially because they were making like a joke out of it before. But I don't know. I for some reason I remember one of them breaking after watching them for a while, but maybe that's just like my childhood imagination being like, maybe it's like tipping the iceberg in Club Penguin. Like maybe if we do it for long enough, it'll actually happen. I don't know. That's probably just insane. That's not a very long level, actually. So there isn't that much, it's not that much to complain about. I feel like it was a similar sort of thing with the Chuckster situation in Sunshine, where it's like, I'm not a huge fan of the mechanic, but the level is short enough to where I don't mind it that much. But I really don't like the Chuckster mechanic in Sunshine, so maybe that's not a fair comparison. Oh wow, I was just talking about how I didn't know what the other power-up in that room was. And it turns out I guess it's the spring mushroom. That's kind of crazy. Now that I think of it, I don't know if they even bring back the ice flower in this game. Maybe they do. But they haven't brought it back so far, so I guess we'll see. Alright, let's go fight us a Bowser. Awesome. Breaking into... It's always funny when they just call it Bowser's Castle. It looks like you chopped this one in half. Oh, I really like this level. This is one of my I think this is probably my favorite Bowser level in the game. Just because I really like the idea that it's like a traditional Bowser's Castle level, but like with the gravity mechanic implemented. I think that's a really cool idea. Like most of the Bowser levels in the Galaxy games, I feel like are really abstract, and I really love that too, because they feel very much like Mario 64 Bowser levels with the gravity mechanics implemented. This level I always felt like a 2D Mario game's Bowser's Castle level, but with the gravity mechanics implemented. And you know, it's obvious why, because that's essentially what it is. But I just think that's a really cool idea, especially with the Koopa's Road remix. Please tell me there's a coin in here. Thank you. Oh boy. I think it's cool too that, like, it's kind of funny, but also it's pretty cool that, like, you know, in a side-scrolling Mario game, we don't get the idea that the level is sliced. We just, you know, we're viewing it from a side view, so just, you know, you don't think about it too much. But in this level, they literally show you the castle, like, sliced in half on the outside before you go in. I don't know, I just always thought that was a little, that was a cool little detail, instead of just, like, the outside of the castle disappearing when you go inside. It's just like, no, that's just what it is. Oh god! What? 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 What just happened? Did the thwomp, like, okay, good thing the checkpoint is right here, but, like, I think the thwomp just, like, made me clip through the floor. Because I definitely got crushed by him, but I didn't get... That's not how I died. I died from going into a black hole. And there's not even a black hole over there. Because this is the area where I died, but the black hole is over here. Huh. That was really weird. I've never seen something like that happen before. Back into the castle. Oh. Okay. Okay. Yeah, see, now at this point it becomes basically just like a traditional 2D Galaxy level. And I really like that about it too. Hello, Loom. I know what to do. I just wanted to talk to you. I wanted to see what you had to say. Oh, I missed. Oh, I missed. Alright, get me in there. Let me flick Bowser on the nose for being a bad boy. Mario, like, sneaks up. I love that. He's like, it's all good. Just kidding. Yeah, it's me. Who else? My arch nemesis. Aw, Luma. I love Luma so much. Give me your worst, you big turtle. You big oaf. I shouldn't waste these coins. Alright, I get it. Do the thing. Do the classic boss move where you give me items I can use to harm you. Remember that move? That's my favorite move. Bowser's never really learned his lesson there, has he? he always, ever since like Mario World, he's just kind of an idiot. I mean, even when he doesn't give me an item that I can use to kill him, he is very much the type where he just always, I'm not even always responsible for killing him. It's always just he messes up somehow and I take advantage of it. So whether it's like throwing his Mecha Koopas at me or like, you know, in Mario 3 ground pounding into the ground until it breaks and he dies. Okay, good. And in this game it's just, you know, in Mario Galaxy it's getting him to smash into the lava holes. Is he gonna shoot fire? Yeah. Whoa! Okay. That was pretty close. You big oaf. How do you not learn your lesson by now? Yeah, don't destroy the meteors, please. That's it. What an asshole. His hair looks pretty good, though. How? Whatever. Master plan. Bye. Yeah, I get it. I like that in these moments Luma's outside of your hat, because Luma never really leaves your hat in Galaxy 1. Let's get it. Oh yeah, the last boss. I'm assuming this isn't a spoiler anymore. But the last boss when he like jumps up and eats the star again used to scare me. Like it made me jump the first time I played it. But I was also 10 years old, so I think that's fair. Cool. I think I need like 1,200 star bits for that one hungry Luma. I feel like World 4 didn't take as long, but maybe it's just because I'm having fun. Maybe the time is just flying because I'm having fun. I always kind of felt like the portals in this game looked like eggs. Because it's just kind of like a watery sort of like exterior with the center. Like I always thought the center looked like a yolk. This place is pretty well protected. We're moving right in on the enemy's home base. What do you say we drop in unannounced? Maybe the baddies will have snacks for us. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? This level reminds me. I've always seen this level as sort of like a sequel to Dreadnought, sort of in the same way that Honey Hop is a sequel to Honey Hive. It definitely has that same sort of space station vibe, which is something that I really love in these Galaxy games. Just, I love, I've mentioned this before, I love when there's just sort of like an air of mystery to it. Like, you know, they don't really explain why this station is here or who built it. I mean, I think there's Guillermo's on this planet, but even still, you don't really get the sense that they're the ones who built it, they just work here. So, I don't know, I've always thought that was cool. No, please don't let this be how I die. Oh god, no! I wasn't being very careful, but I like going through these levels fast. Oh, Luigi's here? Was he here when I got here the first time? Because I don't remember seeing him like 2 seconds ago. But sure, I'll play as you, why not? Oh, okay. There was a line, you can't really see it now. There was a line of 4 black holes all right next to each other, and it's very concerning for my immediate future. This is pretty tight, like, to get through there. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. Why do I feel like this level... Maybe it's just because it's like the cylinder is very tight. It just feels like in these certain 2D sections, it just feels like the movement is a little bit heavier than usual. I'm coming. Trying to find a way in. Oh, man, this is not a level I replayed very often, but I don't know why. How do I get down there? Oh, I need to blow that up, probably. With a bomb on the outside. Can I make him follow me? Oh. Clever. I like that. And it didn't take me a million tries, which is good. Oh, this is probably the line of 4 black holes that I was talking about. It was just... The planet was... I mean, you probably could see it normally, but it just from the angle, it just looked like a line of 4 black holes with nothing around them. Oh god. Please. Please, I don't want to deal with these guys. This level has really good music. I don't know why I don't know why I've never paid much attention to this level. It's just never... I don't know. I really can't even explain it. Like, I was trying to think of a reason, but I just can't. It's a cool level. I don't know why I never really appreciated it that much. I did very much have my favorite levels in all the Mario games. It's just surprising to me that I didn't really think about this one too much. Alright. So, I think, you know, as per usual, I'm probably gonna split this stream into 3 parts. I think I'm gonna go for a little longer. Oh, that's, yeah, I forgot this level you just sort of unlock them all at once. Which is a cool idea. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go for a little longer. And then I'll come back and finish this game probably tonight. If not tonight, then probably tomorrow. But I'm assuming, I mean, usually when I do the second session, I try to beat it on the same day so that we can move on. And I want to move on to 3D Worlds tomorrow. So I guess we'll see. We'll see how I feel, I guess. Need about 13 more stars. So I think what we'll do is we'll play the first mission from each of these galaxies, and then once that's done, we'll end the stream, and then we'll come back. We'll come back later tonight, get some stars, and then move on to World 6 and beat the game. Let's do Blue Moon, because I really like ghost levels. And silver stars. My 2 favorite things. Ghost levels and silver stars. Oh yeah, but this one is just one of the ones where they're all together. It's fine. I still really like this level. I really like that. I never really noticed it as a kid. I mean, I always liked the door opening sound effect. But nowadays I appreciate the fact that it's it's literally the exact, it's an updated version of the door sound effect from Mario World, when you opened up a door in Mario World. Because I always just really loved the Super Nintendo sound font for Mario World. So just hearing it updated is really nice. I did it. That's like the first time I've actually succeeded at doing one of those in a long time. Hey, get me out of here. The ghost levels in this game just give off a very Mario World vibe. Like, especially, like, now, you know, we have a 3D version of the moving platform from Mario World, and, like, they use the same, music as the Mario World ghost levels, and the same, door open sound effect. It's just it's very Mario World-esque, and I like that. Let's be careful about this. There we go. Oh yeah, the Memelon, yeah, I used to spend way more time wandering around. Which is weird because, like, I didn't even, like, just now, I didn't even necessarily memorize, like, the way to get through. I just found the launch star pretty quickly. But yeah, no, I used to spend way more time wandering around the maze, too. I think the second star is the one where you spend longer in it, because, I think part of the main part of that mission is trying to find the way out, as far as I remember, because I think there's like a secret exit that you have to find. Like, there's a wall, it just looks like a normal wall, but it's actually a door that you need to find, if I remember correctly. I guess I'll find out soon enough if I come back to this level again. Oh wow, I didn't think I got all 5 of them, but I guess I did. Oh boy. I spilled a little bit of water on myself. I feel like that's inevitable. I have to do that at least once every time I drink a cup of water. walk on the weird side. So quirky. What a quirky level. It almost looked like this level and the one similar to it in World 1 sort of blend together for me. But it almost seemed like there was like I don't really remember. It almost seemed like there was like a timer switching back and forth between upside down and right side up. But maybe not. I'm assuming that's like a trash mission, so I'm not gonna go there. Not trash mission as in like it's a trash mission. Like as in like it's a bad one. I mean as in it's a mission where we have to clean up trash. Which I guess would be one of the bad missions. Relatively speaking. But still, I don't really like to come down too hard on any of the missions in this game. Even though there are always, in any Mario game and in any video game, there will always be missions where some are better than others. But, I tend to be pretty generous with Mario games. Because there's very rarely something that I dislike in a Mario game where it actually, like, frustrates me, where I actually, like, hate it. Like, I can't even really think of anything off the top of my head in a Mario game that I hate. Oh, okay, yeah, now this part turns into beat block. That's what I thought. Ooh. Let's get through here fast. Oh, I want that. I want the star coin. Well, I got it. That's something, I guess. Even though I got electrocuted and I'm being careless. I'm trying to rush through as fast as I can. One thing I'm grateful for is that this game does not have any auto-scrolling levels. Because auto-scrolling levels can be fun, but they very rarely are. I think most people that play platformers like to move at their own pace instead of being pushed along by the level. And I don't think Galaxy has any of those, which is very nice. Oh, we almost got 1,000 star bits, so we're getting close to being able to feed that hungry Luma. Oh god, there's another hungry Luma. How much does he need? 1,500 after we've already fed 1,200 to the other one. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna end up visiting every hungry Luma galaxy. That's okay though. Squizzard. Oh yeah, I like this level. This is one of the only desert levels that I'm actually like a pretty big fan of. Because Dusty Dune in Galaxy 1, I think it's fine. I'm not a huge fan of desert levels in general. I think Dusty Dune is fine in Galaxy. It's not one that I return to a whole lot. This one though, I think part of the reason I like it, well, it takes place at night, which is rare for a desert level. Desert levels are usually made to feel like they're like really hot, in like the sunshine and stuff. But this one takes place at night, which is a cool change of pace. And also the fact that the fact that it's mostly linear, is another thing that helps. And also just I really like the pyramid planet. So this is one of the better desert levels in my book. Oh god, okay. All that for one life. Thank you. Oh god. Is this the... I'm just now thinking about this. This might be the only desert level in the entire game. And it's not even really a desert level. It's more like just like a temple with like sand to show that it's like, you know, it is sort of a desert level, but it's like more just like an ancient place. Yeah, I just think the less sand, the better, because sand has never really been too, just a world covered in sand alone has never really been super interesting to me. Oh, okay. Thanks a lot for I don't know if you left already, Memelon, but thanks a lot for tuning in, man. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you back here tonight. If tonight is indeed when I decide to finish this. It most likely will be, but I am definitely going to take a break before then. But I really appreciate you tuning in, man, and I hope to see you back when we finish the game. So thanks a lot for watching. Alright, dude, see you then. I know I've already thanked you several times, but thanks again. Oh god, when are the things gonna come in? Oh, here they come! The smiley boys. They're all coming to get me. I love that you can go back and forth like this. This is totally something I would do if I would go down a slide like this as a kid. Just like put my hands back and forth. Oh, okay. I don't want to get crushed. I don't want to be insta-killed. Okay. Oh god, it's getting thinner. Oh. Oh. Okay. Is there anything down here? I like that there's like stairs here. Like it gives the sense that there's actually like it's actually built for people to be able to walk on like normally. It's Squizzard! I love him. I love his big, stupid mouth. Do I need to, Oh my god, he's so dopey. I love him. Yeah. Get it in your mouth. I just love how, like, nonchalant he is about throwing stuff at you. He just literally, he sits there and he's like, here you go. Here, take it. Come on. Take it. Can I shoot his spiky balls back at him? I guess not. Oh man, you really get a really small window to hit him. Oh god, I don't want to get eaten by him. I would really rather not. He sounds like a Mario Sunshine boss almost, like one of those paint piranha plants. I like the remix of the Fire Flower theme for this fight too. Especially because it's never used again, and they didn't have to do that. They just did because it'd be a cool thing. Oh come on, please die. I don't want to. Okay. That's it for Squizzard. Alright. I think we only have one more galaxy in this world. The Shiverburn. I think that's the only one left. So we'll do that one, and then we'll call it a stream for now, and then I'll come back later to finish the game. Yeah, okay, it's the only one left. And you already know, if you're familiar with Mario Galaxy 2 lore, if you're familiar with the creepypastas surrounding surrounding this game, And I think you already know what the first thing I'm gonna do is when I get into this level. Oh, there they are. The Hell Valley Sky Trees. Oh man, I can't believe, like, it's so easy to find them. Like, it's like, of course, like, you know, you get into this level, you wouldn't necessarily immediately think of zooming in the camera and looking up there to find them, but it's even still, like, just the fact that they're so easy to find, like, it just, I can't, you know, it's the mystery behind them is so interesting. Like, just the fact that, like, you know, why are they there? Why did they get put there? Was it, like, just, like, a developer created them, like, as a little, as a sort of a little, like, prank? Just thought it would be funny? For, like, players to, like, obsess over it? Or, like, I honestly have no idea, and I would very much like to find out at some point. But I also cannot but wonder if, eventually, Nintendo higher-ups found out about it, and what they thought about it is also a very interesting concept to me, too. Oh, okay. Oh, come on. This isn't where I die. Skate, dude. Come on. Alright. Just ice skate, you fucking plumber. Alright, let's get back some of our precious life force with cold hard cash, as always. Man, I really love this level. I loved Freeze Flame Galaxy in Galaxy 1, just because I love the idea of mixing an ice level with a fire level. And this game, this game's version of it, the Shiverburn, this level that I'm playing right now, I think it's another really good mixture of the two. There's a specific mission, in this level that I really like. Hello, Nick B6. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you watching. But yeah, I really like the concept of these levels in general. There's a specific mission in one of these levels that I really like. I can't remember which galaxy it's in, because I think there might actually be two galaxies that... Maybe I'm thinking of, like, Melting Monster or something. But there's one fire level in this game that I really love. That has to deal with, like, platforms moving in and out of the lava. Oh my god, the game was, like, slowing down because I was hitting so many of them at one time. Yeah, just... Oh, wait. Those are ice panels, like with, the ice flower. I wonder why they didn't just use the ice flower for this part. Because they've already shown that they're more than okay with, just reusing old power-ups one time and then never using them again. I think the Boo Mushroom, there's a mission with the Boo Mushroom that's very much like that, where they use it once for one mission and then never use it again. I think they use it twice in this entire game, maybe. Which is about the same amount of times they use it in Galaxy 1, actually, to be fair. Oh yeah. This is like King Caliente's son. What's his name? Prince Picante? Alright. Give me the watermelon. I like that they use the Pee-wee Piranha theme for him, because he is very much the child of he's like the child version of a previous boss, just like Pee-wee Piranha was a child version of Dino Piranha. Even though Dino Piranha was already sort of a child. Oh, come on. I just need a coconut, man. Throw me a bone here. Throw me a coconut here. Thank God the hitbox is generous. Oh god. Ooh. There we go. Is that it? Okay, good. Perfect. Alright. So how many stars does that give us at this point? I think it's like... Because last time I checked, we needed like 13 something stars to... We needed like 13 stars to get to the boss, and we had like... Okay, we have 46. I think we need like 55 stars. I don't know. We'll double check. Letter addressed to Baby Luma. I didn't read it. Sorry. Oh, we have enough star bits to unlock that one hungry Luma. Okay, let's see how many we need. I think it's 55. Okay, yeah. So we still need about 9 stars. Well, not about 9, exactly 9 stars. So yeah, we'll come back and do all these ones later. Before we end this stream right now, I'm gonna go ahead and... Well, this is... Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and feed this guy and check out what his galaxy is, and then I think we'll call it a stream for now. And I'll come back later to finish the game. Looks like you found a hungry Luma. I know what it is. I've fed several of them so far. There you go. Let's see what he explodes into. Huh. Can't... Oh, you know what? I think I remember this galaxy, but I feel like I almost remember, like, Sweet Mystery. Okay, I do remember this galaxy. I just don't remember... I don't remember the fact that it's created from a hungry Luma. Bulberry's Mysterious Claw. Yeah, I remember this one. I just remember the giant food galaxy. I remember it. I thought it was bigger, though. Hey, Ouija. Yeah, let's play as him. Just so we can... I mean... I was gonna say just so that we can unlock the ghost, but I also don't think that we're gonna be really using the ghosts because it's not necessary to beat the game. Alright. I like that the Bulberry also changes the color of the platform you're currently standing on. Looking at these is making me hungry. Got some Kit Kats that I would like to eat. Oh god. Bulberry, please. Please! Oh! Okay, good. That was a close one. Alright. Ow! No! Yoshi, please don't fly off the cliff. It's a good thing that happened at a place where I didn't need the Bulberry. No. You don't get to kiss Yoshi. Is there even gonna be... Oh, it's just another Bulberry? Okay. Oh man, what I wouldn't give for a freaking planet-sized stack of pancakes right now. Oh yeah, I think it's interesting just as someone that likes to make their own games, I sort of like to pick apart how certain mechanics in other games work, and I think it's cool that these flip switches, in order to add a little bit of challenge to not turning them back to the blue, they don't pop up again to be stepped on until after you've stepped on another platform. Like, you could be in the air for a while waiting for them to turn back, but they won't turn back until you step on another platform. I think that's a little bit of a cool way to go about doing that. Alright, so we've made a lot of progress today. I think we've more than made up for the fact that there was no stream yesterday. But I think now I'm gonna go ahead and call this a stream. I'm gonna go take a break, eat something, just chill out for a little bit. Maybe worry about some responsibilities that I have in terms of school. But I will be back later, hopefully later today. I will be back to finish this game, and then tomorrow we can get back on schedule and start 3D World. So thank you very much for tuning into the stream so far. I hope you will join me again when we finish this game, hopefully later tonight. Follow me on Twitter at bagel_Chris, or just follow me on Twitch if you want to know when specifically I'm streaming, but I post updates on my Twitter every time, but you can also follow me and be notified. But thank you very much for tuning in so far. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a good day, and I hope you'll join me again when we come back to finish this game. But until then, goodbye. Have a good one. I'm still not very great at outros because I sort of go in circles and say the same things over and over again. But I hope you have a good one, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.